Look at the person sitting to your left. Now look at the person to your right. Statistically, by the end of 2026, one of them will have been optimized out of a career. And the scary part? It's not just the factory workers or the drivers anymore. It's the middle management, it's the junior analysts, it's anyone whose job can be summarized in a PDF. We were told that AI would be our assistant, but for 40% of the global workforce, AI has become the replacement. But while the world is panicking, a small group of people are getting richer than ever before. They aren't smarter than you. They just realize that AI has a blind spot, a fatal flaw in its code. Today, I'm going to show you the only 3 jobs that are physically impossible for AI to take. And more importantly, I'm going to show you the wealth pivot to ensure you never have to worry about a resume ever again. Job number 1 is the strategic architect. No, not the kind that builds houses, the kind that builds certainty. AI is incredible at answering questions, but it is terrible at knowing which questions are worth asking. In 2026, data is cheap. Everyone has it, but context is the new gold. The strategic architect is the person who can look at a failing company and see the 1% shift that changes everything. Think about the 2026 logistics crisis. AI suggested cutting routes to save money, but the human architects realized the problem wasn't the route, it was the human relationship with the local port authorities. AI can't negotiate with a person's ego. It can't understand that a CEO might be making a bad decision just to prove a point. The architect navigates the hidden room of business, the politics, the pride, and the irrationality. To master this, you don't need to learn coding. You need to learn game theory and human psychology. The second job is the one that will see the highest wage growth in the next decade, the emotional alchemist. We are currently living through the loneliness epidemic of the late 2020s. Everything is automated. You buy your food from a screen, you get your news from a bot, you talk to customer support via an LLM. This has created a massive premium market for anything that feels human. The alchemist is the high-stakes therapist, the elite salesperson, or the community leader. AI can simulate empathy. It can say, "I understand how you feel," but the human brain knows it's a lie. Wealthy people in 2026 aren't paying for information. They are paying for transformation and validation. If you can make someone feel seen, heard, and safe in a world of cold algorithms, you are a billionaire in the making. This job requires you to be unscriptable. You have to react to the micro expressions that a camera can't quite capture. Finally, we have the visionary builder. This is the person who creates something out of nothing. AI is a master of the past. It looks at every book ever written and every piece of code ever created to tell you what should happen next. But it cannot imagine a world that doesn't exist yet. It cannot leap into the unknown. The visionary builder sees the gap. They see the problem that no one has complained about yet because they didn't know there was a solution. This is the entrepreneur of 2026. They don't work for the machines. They use the machines as free labor to build their empire. If you are a visionary, AI isn't your competitor, it's your leverage. In the old world, you needed 100 employees to build a $100 million company. In 2026, you need one person with a vision and 1,000 AI agents. The wealth is no longer in doing, the wealth is in directing. So how do you actually make the move? How do you ensure your bank account grows while others shrink? Step 1, stop selling your time. AI has made the hourly rate a race to the bottom. Step 2, build an anti-fragile skill stack. Combine a technical AI skill with a deep human skill. For example, don't just be a marketer, be a human behavioral strategist who uses AI for execution. Step 3, invest in physicality and scarcity. Digital assets are being diluted by AI-generated content. In 2026, the most valuable thing you own isn't your degree, it's your proof of work and your network. Who you know and what you've actually built is the only thing a bot can't fake. The window is closing. 2026 is the year of the great filter. The people who stay in the middle, the average workers, will be crushed by the weight of free automation. But for those who step into the roles of the architect, the alchemist, or the builder, this is the greatest wealth-building opportunity in human history. You don't need to fear the future. You just need to be more you than the machine can ever be. Subscribe if you want to stay on the right side of the wealth gap. I'll see you in the next one.